Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG, and I bid you a warm welcome to the bar today. Today promises to be a very, very interesting one, as we're going to be talking about so many things today. A lot of updates from things that we had discussed yesterday. There's a lot of news coming from the Senate. Looks like Nigeria officially there's really a bit of springboard when it comes to getting the new Minister of Defense. That there's a lot of movement on that matter. There's also a lot of movement on some laws, criminal laws that in Nigeria. So we're going to be talking about quite a number of them. There's a lot of news coming from the PDP. The PDP or would I say a faction of the PDP, has done something that I'm not sure I've seen in a while. Somebody else is also complaining about the VIP, the withdrawal of police from VIP. Someone is saying that is targeted at a particular person. That and a whole lot of other things we're going to be talking about. Also, the Super Eagles coach has released a provisional 54-man list for AFCON. You might be wondering, but AFCON is really closer than we actually think. And that and a whole lot of other things are things we're going to be talking about today at the bar. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us today. Yes, us, because I'm just not the only one that's going to be on the show. I am on the show with Mr. Chelle Releases. And my name, Dolupo, Balogun.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Boom Bar. It's a wonderful Wednesday.
Yup, as we said, it's a wonderful Wednesday according to him. We all know it's a Wednesday anyway, but what do I know? Anyway, moving on from that, let's now go straight into all the conversations that we have today. First things first. Okay.
The devil is a lie.
Wondering why I was hearing myself. But anyway, let's go straight into the gist for today. First things first, before we even go through a lot of updates that we've been talking about, let's go straight to the CBN, where the CBN has now announced there seems to be some revising of cash withdrawal rules effective from January 2026. It looks like some of these rules are being relaxed. They're not as steep as it is going to be anymore. So right now the CBN, through the CBN governor, has now announced that there's quite a lot of things that they're now permitting individuals to withdraw about 5 million to 10 million naira monthly. Now I think they're moving that to a weekly basis. That's quite a number of effective from, let me say the correct thing so that we don't mix things up. Effective from January 1, 2026, individuals will be allowed to withdraw up to 500,000 naira weekly across all channels, while corporate entities will be limited to 5 million naira. Withdrawals above these thresholds would attract excess withdrawal charges of 3% for individuals and 5% for corporates. And it said these charges are going to be shared between the CBN and financial institutions. Daily withdrawals from ATMs are capped at 100,000 naira per customer and subject to a maximum of 500,000 naira weekly. Also, special authorization will now, previously permitting individuals to withdraw 5 million naira and corporates 10 million naira once monthly, has now been discontinued. So yeah, that's basically it.
So again, the thing about this for me is that we always appreciate when situations like this are flexible. Like you come with something to regulate an industry or a sector, and you maybe based on feedback and maybe lobbying, maybe pressure, maybe data, you feel, okay, you know what, we can relax some of these things. One of the things that we had alluded to when these things were brought up in the first place was majorly because of security and how a lot of crimes were being perpetrated with the POS machines, the daily limits being circumvented, people owning multiple gadgets basically just because they want to run a scam or whatever. And again, so maybe guys at the CBN are looking at it and saying, you know what, we got this. It's looking like, or they are brought in more, tighter.
Yeah, but with the, take for example, with this, the POS that you said is actually more difficult now to get those things. So
yeah, so that's what I was about to say, tighter. Or they are brought in tighter, data-based systems that would ensure that the reasons why they brought these laws in the first place are not jettisoned. Like, you can change a system because you have something better. That's what I'm trying to push. Like, for instance, people are not supposed to be able to buy a SIM card without the BVN and the NIN and all the ends.
Yeah.
But however, some people have circumvented that system, and they are registering SIMs unknowingly or unsuspecting people's contacts. You get some things that they are doing to circumvent what government is doing, and the reason why government is doing is simple. Like, they can track transactions.
Yeah.
Virtually everybody I know now has one of those fintech apps that are tied to your mobile numbers. You get virtually everybody has to run money through the banks, one way or the other, except you are so much of a cash holding person. But at some point in time, you would have to run your transactions through the banks, and these are the ways that government will be able to track some of these things. A lot of people are worried. It's about tax. It's about
we
this.
have
It's about that.
a request.
All right.
I'm not sure that request is going to hold, but I still need to say it out. So Peterman the Great says, good morning, good afternoon here actually. Please remove the AFCON topic. We Nigerians don't care.
Okay, it's a good request. So what we will do, and I think I'm going to agree with him, we can remove it from our title after the live recording.
Why?
Yes, it can be removed. I get where it's coming from. But however, we will still be discussing it.
A lot of people actually do care.
It's our own World Cup. Remember, we're not going to the World Cup again.
A lot of people are hurt.
Yeah.
But the fact that Nigeria is not going to the World Cup. But I also, maybe don't let me say, maybe because of the circle of people around me, apparently as hurt as people are still very interested in the Super Eagles, which is actually a good thing. For someone like me that I'm not interested, there's still like a large chunk of people that are still talking about it. Even in social media, there's still a lot of conversation.
People are going to Morocco for part of Dirty December now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're extending the Dirty December
Nigerians are actually
spirit.
going to watch AFCON. So I get where you're coming from. Trust me, if it's personally, I really don't.
It's obvious that Peterman likes the Super Eagles a lot.
He's really passionate about it. All this what I do.
We feel your pain.
He gets it.
Yeah.
We get the gist.
And we're sorry. Please forgive them.
Forgive them.
Oh, they will not do it again.
Since he talked about it, maybe it's time to actually talk about it.
Sorry.
Because it's actually now.
Oh, you're trying to rub salt on his injury.
No, now since we're there already, we should actually talk about it. So there's a 54 man Eagles preliminary squad. Now, one question: how many are supposed to? I think 27 or 28 are allowed to go to AFCON now. How many of them?
I think probably to be eventually 25 or thereabout.
No, I think they increased it. I know.
CAF
increased it.
So normally it's 23. As at the last check, it used
28.
to be. Yeah, normally it's 23 now. You get. But what they do is that you're allowed to have some on the fringes as backup just before the first game and all of that. And then it's expanded. Like for instance, South Africa is taking a 25-man thing. They're like, okay, why do we need 28? Do you get? Now the beauty of increasing this is that you can actually now do proper 11-a-side trainings without too much risk. You get, because you need 22 players to do that. That's why they used to take 23. But the 23rd person is a goalkeeper. They would go with 3 goalkeepers. But now that CAF has expanded, above 24 to 28, that means you can actually have maybe 4 goalkeepers now instead of 3.
Yeah, and I think maybe someone like since they said someone like a Trustekong is going, even though he is officially out of the squad. Yeah,
but again,
he could accommodate him without
back in the day,
really affecting the team.
Back in the day when they were limited to I think 21, we had Keshi play at one of the AFCONs, and he didn't play. He didn't play. He was more or less like an assistant coach. But when it was time to lift the trophy, of course, you would give him that honor as the non-playing captain of the team, like they have in golf where they have non-playing captains and all of that. But 28 is steep. It means more money will be spent by the teams and all, because the bonuses that they would have budgeted for would have been 23. Now they have to budget for 28. So Nigeria does, since South Africa has set the pace now, South Africa is going with, I think, 25. Maybe you don't need to go with 28.
Maybe they need the 28.
Maybe you don't, honestly, because then again, that means they must have increased the match day numbers, because the fact that you register 23 on match day, there was a time when you're only allowed to have only 18. You get 18 or 20. So what that means is you're starting 11 and 7 on the bench. Of that 7, you have 2 goalkeepers and 5 outfield players. You get. So all of these things also shows that football is changing. Things are
a lot of people
changing.
Now that
more teams
then
are
with
qualifying.
those ones, remember that it was only 3 that you could change. Yeah. Now it's increased to 5, and there's a lot more actually. So yeah, we'll see what that. But before we leave the matter of AFCON, Super Eagles defender Olaino has launched a new limited edition boot. I think is collaboration with a company, and this is
Mr. Lulu.
Yeah, it's called Mr. Lulu. It's supposed to be the one that he's supposed to wear for AFCON. So the one thing that this tells me is that he will be fit enough to play for AFCON. Yeah, and that's a good thing actually.
Yeah, because he's one of those
fantastic defender.
Yeah, and apart from being a defender, Ola also knows how to bomb forward and be a part of attack and add that numbers up situation for the Eagles. But one of the things that gladdens my heart the most is how industrious Ola is. He has a podcast that he's a part of. He is very active on social media. He's just basically taking care of his future. I like the idea of players who are multi-talented and it doesn't affect what they do. You see, there was one fantastic guy that used to play for Arsenal that year. That guy can dress, but I'm sure Dolupo
he knows how to play ball.
Dolupo will remember the person I'm talking about.
Hector.
It was more
of a model. He did once it was off season. You are seeing him in Paris Fashion Week and London Fashion Week and doing it in front of magazines. I hope he's still doing that though, because he seems to be more talented.
So that's why I was trying to say that I like athletes who can actually balance all of that, and it doesn't affect their job. Iwobi sings. Sings, and he has nice songs. You guys have not heard them, you see. He has nice songs, and he still plays good football. Look at what they did to City yesterday. They could have actually...
Can we have a conversation about... as much as... that game it was as good as a 1-0.
Yeah.
Because all those games, my question again, because if you remember, this is reminiscent of a few days before, the games they played with Leeds. Leeds is at the bottom of the table. How do you have a leaking defense that is so bad that Leeds could get to... That game would have ended 2-2. It was a 93rd minute goal.
The sad thing about this game was that, Donnarumma did not play in the game. Did he play? Are you saying Donnarumma considered 4 goals?
Don't annoy me.
From open play.
Don't annoy me. The only person that I'm sad for is Fulham, because scoring 4 goals at home against Man City is fantastic.
They deserved a point from that game.
They deserved a point from that game. You don't come back from 5-1 to 5-4. It was a fantastic game. The only other sad part for me with Fulham is that the Nigerian boys decided to step up. Yeah. Sadly, in the next couple of days, those boys are going to be out.
Shout out to Chuck Easy. Chukwueze was Imperial. Iwobi was on fire. Niger all the way. But hey. Let's be honest. The Premier League is really going to feel that AFCON is going to be on in a couple of days. At times, you wonder why some people don't buy Nigerian players. Some of the, or what I say, African players, is one of these reasons. Because especially when you don't have like squad depth that can fill up those positions, they're definitely going to fill it. Before you move away, there's a quote that's ascribed to Jose Mourinho, and I'm going to paraphrase. It says something like, "Africa could and should have won the World Cup if all our talents were not scattered around the world."
Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree.
And I know this might sound like sour grapes, but picture if every African had played for their country of origin. Like
don't even let us start from Super Eagles.
No, Zidane. Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
His son has gone back to play for.
His son has gone back to play for Algeria.
So just picture if Daddy Zidane had played for Algeria. You know, look at all those other guys that played for France, for instance.
Those people, yes, the people that played and are still playing for France.
Yeah.
Their safe is far. It's far.
N'Golo Kante.
Look, can we have a conversation about what
Saka
Super Eagles could have been at the moment now? If you have a Bukayo Saka, Noni Madueke, Ebere Chieze,
Joshua
Zexi,
Patrick Dogu is Nigerian.
Ethan Nwaneri. Imagine what the Super Eagles are supposed. Please, these are
Peter Man will not say we should remove AFCON.
These are the things that used to vex me, really.
So Jose Mourinho, you do this one, and actually, maybe the world will come to that position when they
imagine
go back and play
Mbappe
for Cameroon,
playing for Cameroon,
and Nigeria. Maybe you people don't know he has links to us too.
Don't even let us start this conversation.
Yeah, Jose Mourinho. We should do a podcast about it. You know what, Dolu? Let's do it.
Wait, I have a question.
My opinion.
Our opinion. Is Thierry Henry actually originally?
Thierry Henry. All those boys are.
Exactly my point. Imagine if they were not playing for France. They didn't play for France.
More players do.
Don't even.
Let's track where Rio Ferdinand came from.
He's annoying my soul.
What's his name? The other boy, Welbeck. Welbeck would have played for Ghana, man. You don't understand? See ballers now. See the way Congo is doing now. They have that boy that's going back to play for them. That guy that likes
still
to do
back to
Super
tackling. Eagles, the current Super Eagles. Fikayo Tomori. Tammy Abraham. Okay, let's move on because I'm really getting riled up.
It's Mourinho that did this one.
I would not even lie.
But I don't know. They say, the world is whatever. Forget. Let everybody go and play for their original.
Everybody go back to where you are coming from. But anyway, Sha.
Will France even qualify for World Cup?
Because look at their whole team. How many?
They're French people.
How many Europeans?
It's banter.
How many Europeans do they have in that team? Let's be honest. How many?
Pogba.
How many now?
Pogba. Yeah.
The French team has always been an extension of Africa because most of them are all black boys. All of them. Anyway, let's move on quickly before I get angry. But before we move from football, Manchester City's Erling Haaland has now become the fastest ever player to reach 100 Premier League goals. I think it's reaching in 110 goals or games or something. It is fantastic.
Erling the Machine Haaland. That guy is good though. Leave beef talk.
No.
That guy is good.
The only thing that I think that is going to affect them this season, which probably has been affecting them maybe from last season, is their leaky defense.
Is only that one. What about the midfield?
That midfield too, yeah. After Rodri decided to do what he did 2 times in a row,
maybe he shouldn't have collected that
and
award.
Then Rodri got injured. You let Kevin De Bruyne go.
How?
Game over. Now it's only attack. Every other thing else is like kabu. I'm sorry, but how do you concede 6 goals in 2 games in the last 2 games?
Man,
6 goals.
Man,
let's not even have it.
Chido Obi Martin playing for them. That one too will be nice. Oh, more players.
Oh Lord, please can we just move on?
Players yakpao.
Because I'm angry. Don't let me be angry.
There's this Zion guy that is a goalkeeper. I think he's half Japanese, half Nigerian also.
Anyway, moving on from that, still talking a bit of football. CAF Awards voting has now sparked some outrage in Nigeria.
Alaba.
Oh God, that one is a dead player.
Now,
sir.
In his prime, Alaba in his prime. Are you playing?
Anyway, funny enough, that was one of the people that looks like they was going to have like a very huge career, and then
what about Adeyemi? Do you have any trophies Alaba already won? What about Karim?
Anyway.
All right. So
what a lot of people have been talking about, apparently the voting pattern had been released for the CAF awards, which I think is really good on the part of CAF to actually be transparent,
to show how the winners emerged.
So it's not that they messed with it and awards. All that. Now, you now wonder, why is there an outrage? How it seems like Nigerians are the ones that are undervoting Nigerian nominees.
Yeah, but
the so-called ex-players, journalists, and you might say that I'm biased, but I'm sorry if I'm in that position to vote and there's a Nigerian on that list. I don't care if there's somebody else better. I'm voting for my
number
own.
one all the way.
I don't care. How are people voting, Nigerians voting for Chiamaka Nnadozie as number 5? Are you people Africa joking?
You're supposed to vote for 5 in that category, and you put your own Chiamaka, who is the best in Africa,
best goalkeeper in Africa,
voted by other parts of Africa as the best,
as one of the best in the world.
But the people voting from Nigeria put her in number 5.
FIFA best and Ballon d'Or thinks that she's one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
She's the best in her league, back to back to back.
Save of
she's
the month.
Best. She's just got save of the month. She's the best in AFCON, back to back to back. And you think, see, I said it. I was saying it out of the height of Agbaya behavior that you people are doing. They will see stone some of you. I promise you, you will still be stoned in public, because I don't think that. And you see, the one that is even the most painful is the so-called ex-players that are they know the system, are supposed to be the ones that would encourage these new ones coming up.
Yeah.
All the journalists that have everything bad to say about Nigerian sports, that when it's now time to do something good, you feel that, because where in the world you see this, especially look at AFCON, for example, when back to back, when Osimhen won it and Ademola Lookman, a lot of other countries that are not Nigerians, they didn't like it. They didn't like it. With the kind of passion,
especially the Moroccans, they were not happy with Ademola's victory, especially
with the kind of passion they gave. You now tell me that those people were supposed to vote, they will not vote their own.
Yeah.
But no, you will not even, all of you now be even fighting to go to those awards, and you'll be fighting to touch and be taking pictures with them. God punish you people. God punish your left hand. Yes. Because I think that this is Agbaya behavior. It's ridiculous that you people feel, the one that is annoying me the most is that Chiamaka Nnadozie. The fact that there's literally no female, what's it called?
She's the best in Africa.
She's the best. And it's not even about sentiment. It's facts and figures. So where do you think that she ranked number 5? How do you think? Is it that it's more like people don't think? That's all I have to say at this point. Because people are really vexing me.
It's actually sad. It's actually sad. You know.
Peter Man the Great says this is why we shouldn't have people like Dolupo working in INEC. I agree. Am I too passionate for these things? I agree. But if I'm working in INEC, I'm not the one voting. But the minute I am voting, I'm sorry, I will vote for my own first before anybody else. So if you, as a Nigerian, you are asked to vote for Nigerian players, Nigerian administrators, and you sit somewhere, you are pressing nonsense phone with the nonsense 200 naira data that they gave you.
What if it was on a laptop and not a phone?
Whatever it is that you are on, and you felt that people like Osimhen, you can, at this moment, if you want to call 3 strikers in the world, if Osimhen is not there, you don't know what you are doing. You will put Osimhen, Chiamaka Nnadozie, all these people
5th,
and then you are putting them as 5th. Brain is paining you. I said what I said. Thank you very much. Welcome to my TED Talk. Anybody else? I'm not suffering fools today. Anybody that is nonsense, I will give it to you hot. You people don't want to have sex, you should be pointed out to you people. You were saying?
Yeah, no, you were saying actually. So we're moving away from the CAF Awards voting pattern And basically, I'm just lending a little bit of voice to it. Even if you say you are voting based on merit, your assessment is warped if you think Osimhen does not deserve to be amongst the top 3 in Africa. Your assessment is warped if you think that Chiamaka Nnadozie does not deserve to be number 1. Mm-hmm. Your assessment is warped if you are voting the Super Falcons as 5th.
They're not just only the most decorated female, what's it called though? Even with male and everything, they are the most decorated team in the whole of Africa.
Did you see them?
Male and women,
they made it to the
joined
World
together.
Cup. They made it to the
World Cup. These super eagles that you are carrying on your head. Shia.
2 World Cups back.
2 World Cups. No, but you don't even see plane to enter. But no.
At this rate, some of our players will serve as pundits.
What else?
So what do you think about how Ghana is playing? Ghana, they go World Cup, Charlie. There's someone from South Africa that left a comment on one of our videos after the feed had ended. So that's why we didn't read it live. And guy was like, you mean with all this Osimhen and stuff, Nigeria's not going to the World Cup?
See how they are watching us.
We are banter material now.
Premium one.
You know the sad part now. Some countries will be inviting them to use them to train for other African countries.
If they born you people,
they'll go and play friendly
now,
game.
The best thing that can maybe help Super Eagles at this point, the only thing that can maybe help their image, just a tiny, teeny bitty bit,
win AFCON.
Is if they win AFCON.
It's not even to go well in AFCON.
No,
win AFCON.
If they don't win AFCON, they are in the gutters.
If you win AFCON, I can guarantee you guys one thing. I will speak to someone that will give you $100,000 each. Yeah, I know someone that can give them $100,000 each.
I don't know about that one.
We both know the person. Didn't he give the basketballers? Didn't he give the Falcons?
So what's my own?
I will just tell him now. Yeah, give them.
Yeah, do you have his phone number?
No, we'll tell him on the boom bani. You think they are not watching? They are watching.
Anyway, let's move on from sports. People are just let me just just be going like that.
That segment is sponsored by Peterman. Their YouTube AI. We didn't collect money. We're just saying that is the one that made us talk about it.
Anyway, moving on from that, since we're on more lighter topics, let's just go through it quickly.
No, let's go to politics.
No, just wanted to go through this ones. No, please, let's just do this.
Okay.
And then we have a lot of time.
No, we will never do.
Yes, so that we have more time actually. Edo Assembly has summoned Baba's wife over viral videos of a lot of things happening back and forth, because as much as everybody's talking about Two-Face, people still not remember that she's actually a lawmaker. So now the Edo Assembly is saying that this thing is looking like some serious misconduct that should not be seen.
Well, I honestly didn't know that the Assembly had such powers to summon one of them that is seen doing. Now, jocularly, in a funny way, somebody said, please avoid anybody whose name starts with N-A-T.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody said
We're moving on.
And that's why I'm not finishing that joke. Because it said the two people that have that name that are in one form of politics or the other.
Before you put me in trouble, I'm moving on from that.
Did I mention anybody's name?
Yeah, and I see I'm moving on before you put me in trouble.
2 + 2 is 22.
Anyway, no, I don't know you before.
But really, actually, what's with that NATA name?
I said we are moving on.
Is there anybody has a clue?
Anyway, Wizkid has announced a homecoming concert at Tessin Balogun Stadium.
I'm afraid they catch me.
I honestly, a part of me was like, oh, this is finally nice. I'm like, oh, okay, so now that they are canceled, the only other thing, and I might be wrong, or it might just be being biased, that, oh, now that did you not see, because a lot of his shows actually got cancelled. He didn't do a lot of his shows. Even the one at Tottenham was not great at the end of the day, Tottenham Stadium. So, now you now remember that you are doing homecoming.
No, he actually always does this thing. There was a time he was at the shrine and all of that. He actually always does that.
Every year?
You can search, not every year, but whenever he's around, he does a lot of those.
It's not done it in a long time. Now that you're not
okay,
getting,
well, your opinions are yours,
so
I'm not going to argue with you. I just want to chip in that he actually does this. My own fear is that nobody, the only people that have ever packed the Tessin Balogun Stadium are politicians. APC, not just politicians, APC. That's where they did Buhari's first primaries, the one that brought Buhari in as their candidate. That day they had Atiku, all of them there. So the stadium was bound to be packed. The Super Eagles have not been able to pack that place 100%. Yeah, so massive turnout, and there's just something about testing Balogun. I don't know what it is. Maybe they need to start getting people to come in early enough, because there are only 2 gates that come in and out of Tesla.
Maybe if it's not very expensive, it might actually.
Stadiums are not really meant to be expensive. You get like the shows that are happening at Eco Hotel, for instance.
Oh,
the popular
those
side
ones
is about 120K for some of those shows.
I don't like what you are saying. Popular is not popular. It's standing.
It's still popular. That's standing. That's what we even used to call it those days when we used to go to National Stadium to watch football. So standing, popular, whatever, the lowest entry for any of those shows during 30 December is about 120K. Now for a stadium, a hotel will probably sit or stand 5,000 people. And if you have 5,000 people in that place, it will look like 50 billion. But a stadium, a 30,000 seater stadium, you need at least 35,000 people there. Why? Because of the pitch, and also they're going to have people on the pitch and all of that. Now what I'm trying to say is that then you can now break down the cost and spread it over 30,000 people. So it won't be that expensive.
For me, I'm even looking at I hope the whole place is not so rowdy. The kind of traffic that whole place is going to.
No, the traffic is a given. It's a given. Even when the Eagles play there, they usually shut that main road, and divert traffic through Shita access and all.
But anyway, we're definitely following this. But before we leave entertainment matters, it has now been announced that Burna Boy is set to cover funerals for children lost in the Stockton birthday party mass shooting. There was a shooting that I think a 2-year-old shooting that 4 children lost their lives there. It was
4 people. There was an atleta that is actually a teenager or something that don't that bad. Yeah.
So 4 people lost their lives, and Burna Boy is set to cover for the funerals of these people. I think it's a nice gesture. It's
a very good one.
Also, a part of me also feels like is this the first shooting in the US?
So there's another story. I think it's on TMZ also. Or Burna also maybe is trying to help some people in one art school like that.
Yeah, and I'm like, all of a sudden we all want to. He's doing a lot of this.
This is very laudable coming from Burna Boy, and now some Tatafo people, not me, and it's not Dolupo. Some people are saying, it's because of the crisis that
doesn't it look like it?
I don't know why people why can't people just take things the way they are? The man is trying to help.
Anyway,
now they're saying it's because Burna Boy has Yawa, that's why he's helping all those people. Why are you people like this?
So
it's just
my
helping.
Yoruba people
at least people get helped, sha.
My Yoruba people say Ajekula no. Maybe I just even die. Maybe I just even die at this point.
You have murdered Yoruba. Please, don't speak Yoruba again.
Let me finish. Let me gather my thoughts, because you have been getting into my thoughts. That's why. Ajekela no omokuleni.
Nah, I can't say that on here.
Exactly. What?
Getting into your thoughts.
Ajekela no omokuleni. Really, let's look at it. But at the bottom line is that people are getting help that they need. So yeah, it's a welcome development.
Thank you, African giant.
Peter Man, I'm not thanking anybody. Peter Man the Great says it's a shame that Nigeria doesn't have an arena that seats more than 5,000 people.
So it's under construction. You see, don't worry.
So I think Lagos State is actually building that
on the island.
It's not Lagos. It's only Lagos.
But he's right though. It's actually a shame that we're talking about arenas that are covered and cozy, and the only way you can get a crowd is to go to a stadium. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be. Look at the Madison Square Gardens of the world now.
Yeah, and the kind of you can imagine the kind of money
that's coming up. Lagos is
with that. Peterman the Great says saying Burna Boy is trying to help is like saying most rich people own foundations to help the poor and not hide from paying taxes. God will bless you. That's why I like you a lot. God will bless you.
It's a comment that has just been read.
My point.
Yeah, and that comment speaks heavy.
You get my point. The guy is just trying to clean his image now. It's a PR stunt, which I believe is a PR stunt, which is a good thing. Oh, let's not lie.
But if you know Bonner, you know he does a lot of charity work too.
All of a sudden, he just
hasn't done it in America.
Is the first shooting that is happening in America?
Okay. But it's the first one that is around to witness and is close to the place and all of that.
Let's don't do this.
You understand?
Don't even do this.
You can't.
Don't do
you
this
understand?
to yourself. Do not. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bonner boy.
Anyway, are you joking? What are we doing?
I'm very serious.
Anyway, let's go on, moving on to talk about a whole lot of other things now. First things first, the Senate has now screened the former Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, retired as a Defense Minister nominee. We talked about it yesterday, right at the show when it was announced that the President has sent a letter to the Senate, and we had talked about how it looked like it was going to be expedited, and of course it is expedited. Nigeria definitely needs, and if you go on social media, the man seems to be liked and loved by a lot of people actually.
You know, we were talking about it here and tell you it could happen, and of course then the press statement came out while we were still at the bar that he had been nominated and all of that. Christopher Musa, you know, the funny thing is the person he succeeded was one of the people that actually elevated him. You know, at some point he was in charge of the army farm. So that's why he understands a lot about herders and everything.
Yeah, so he was also talking about
Lafia Dole, Hadinkai.
One of the questions
this guy is
actually
an operations person.
It was actually asked was about apparently, there was a conversation about how troops were withdrawn before the Kebbi school abduction and all that. So they actually asked him, and he said he's going to investigate that. At this point, even being the Chief of Defense Staff, maybe there was not a lot that there
he wasn't there when it happened. He had left.
Oh yes,
it happened
he
under
had left.
The new person.
I wanted to say that he's now in a position where he's not everybody's daddy, everybody's boss. You know, I saw a video or picture yesterday where someone had posted where Bello Matawale, the Minister of State for Defense, was sitting, and he was, of course, on paper he's actually his boss. Not even on paper, he was his boss. Now, the former Chief of Defense Staff is now going to be. How times really just change in a very short period of time.
This is, like we said yesterday, this is the first time in a long time that a proper security person is in charge of the Ministry of Defense. An operations man, someone who has been at the forefront of these battles, someone who actually has fought and led the troops, now be in charge of military systems, the entire ministry.
Yeah, I think that we hope to see
your honority, sir. Salute.
Anyway, Peter the Great Man says they're going to overhype General Musa like they do Yamal. Make the man no collapse under pressure.
Peter man is wicked. Yeah, officially wicked.
But I actually think that the man has his work cut out for him. He's not just being a service chief anymore. He's in charge of everybody now.
I'm just happy
of the Ministry of Defense, and it's a lot. It's big shoes to fill.
I respect your caution. Also, it's always good to sound that note of caution. But I'm actually just excited. I'm one of those people who are excited at the fact that someone who understands is finally. At least we
are finally doing this. People that are actually supposed to. Okay, so Peter the Great Man also says Matawale needs to be fired, and Dati, the VP to Peter Obi in 2023, calling bandits gentlemen of the forest, need to be arrested. I know that for Dati, the DSS had invited him. I don't know an update with that.
I saw him at an event with Festus Keyamo yesterday, and it was all smiles and everything. The funny thing is how the guy always talks tough on TV, and when he sees Tinubu face to face, it's prostrating and acting all respectful.
But anyway, Matawale.
I hope he doesn't talk himself into prison though, because there are too many things that he's saying that if they ask him to prove, I'm not sure he has the power or the proof.
And I don't know if Peterman watched yesterday's show. We had talked about how a lot of things like security, politicians are put in those places. A part of me also feels that maybe Matawale also needs to go. but maybe there's a reason why the president left him there. I don't see a reason why.
So the thing about it is that if you have the immediate past chief of defense staff, Abi, it was CDS now.
Yes.
If you have CDS or COS, chief of army staff or chief of defense staff, as minister, the minister of state doesn't matter. I'm serious. Leave him there. He can be doing the ceremonials and other things. You get, leave him. There's no need. Everybody just said Matale was good. The people don't like him a lot. It's obvious that it, but I think they should leave him alone. The minister is there.
But you also know that what you really just said now is that it's probably just going to be redundant.
Yeah, but again, there's one thing that we must also realize, that in the last 2 years, he has been in the system. He has learned a lot. And I always say that's what always happens. When you put people there, they start to learn the ropes, then they are gone. So beyond being redundant, I just feel that there's no need to remove him, in my opinion. And sorry, please, I'm not the president, though. It's just an opinion.
Anyway, now still talking about the Senate, the bill seeking death penalty for kidnappers, which I think the conversation started last week. Seeking death penalty for kidnappers and hostage takers has now scaled the second reading at the Senate. So what the Senate is saying is that kidnappers and hostage takers should be all in the same books, bunched together as being a terrorist, which I agree with.
What hurts me about this? Let me commend them that they finally made it to this point. But many years ago, Lagos was proposing this bill. Do you get? Mm-hmm. And these are the issues that I keep saying, that why are we so slow to do things in Nigeria? Like, a state is already telling you, look, this kidnapping thing, we don't like the way it's going, so kidnappers will get the death sentence. Everybody looks away because they didn't have that problem. But now that it's now almost a national problem, we want to pass a law. I'm glad that they want to pass a law. But again, let us look at states that have done things that you think are extreme. For instance, in Kaduna State, there is a law for all those people that defile children. Do you understand? There is a law. Do you understand? We should make it a national law. All these state edicts that should have a national coloration should be given a national coloration. So, and again, expedite movement on this bill. Pass it into law like yesterday.
Yeah, when it comes to the speed of it, looks like it's actually, I think it was on Thursday or Friday that he started reading this bill. It's now past the second reading today. So hopefully, maybe we'll see what happens before the end of the week. Okay, so Peterman says Senator Akpabio has also replaced 4 heads of security committees in the Senate. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. For livestock, air defense, intelligence, and military service, all now from the middle belt, replacing most Northwest senators.
And again, the people who were there before were virtually doing nothing. And this is the funny thing. Again, we say everybody wants to be chairman of a committee or to be in this committee, but what work are you even doing?
Yeah, because
oversight functions.
At the end of the day, like I know you had talked about it yesterday, there was a real need for a major overhaul.
Yeah.
Because if we don't have security, I don't think anything else will
Dolupo.
work. If we look at on paper, Nigeria's economy is on the up and up, but nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
House committee on sports, for instance. You see them how they call the Minister of Sports. You see how they go for Nations Cup and for World Cup and everything. Do you get? So picture House Committee on Security. If they had been going from military establishment to military establishment, if they had been getting involved, the House would have a clearer picture
of
they
what's
would have briefed the committee of the whole to say, come this thing don't pass waiting newspaper at the talk, or see what we need to do for the military. But they just get this juicy appointments and sit down
and do nothing about it. Anyway, moving on from that, the federal government has announced that they've secured the release of 3 detained Nigerians in Saudi Arabia. People that were detained, I think, for drug trafficking, alleged drug trafficking, but they had looked and there was a lot of information and investigation, and now they have now been released.
All right, congratulations to them. But again, it's strange that they got released from Saudi Arabia. Some countries actually have the death penalty for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it was more of a investigation and they were really not like so involved in it, I don't think Saudi Arabia is that nice if they were really involved in those things. Also from Kwara, news from Kwara, 38 abducted Eriko Christians that were abducted have now returned home. We thank God for that. Now let's talk a bit of politics.
Alrighty.
Now, first things first, there's now an update from the PDP about Governor Adeleke's resignation from the PDP. So according to the PDP's chairman or one faction, they are saying that they've not been informed officially of Governor Adeleke's resignation. Now, my question is, maybe Governor Adeleke submitted it to the other faction of the PDP.
He dropped the thing at world level now. What else do they want?
They shall say they've not been informed. And my after you have seen it all over social media,
okay.
What other thing you want him to come and dance to your office and say, "Oh, I'm not coming here again." No.
So Dolupo, someone in the PDP says that Adeleke, governor of Osun State, has not told them that he has left the party. Abi, how come there is someone that has now won the primaries in the PDP? That definitely means that Adeleke can't get the ticket. Isn't there a winner of the PDP?
Yeah. Why are you not bothered about him? You have.
Please, I need clarity. Didn't someone win PDP?
Yeah, yes. Even though that seems to have caused a lot of rancor as well, because
happy rancoring. Look, the sad part is we keep papering over cracks. Now the crack don't even turn to gully. Now it don't big where. Just only if the PDP had kept to their constitution.
Yeah. And
obeyed the zoning, they won't be where they are today. Now the people that made them turn the thing on its head have all left. I've
left. Exactly. That's the interesting part of it. But anyway, still talking about the PDP. The PDP also, that faction of the PDP has done something very interesting that I'm not sure I've ever seen before. So we know that at the convention that they had, or early Christmas party that they had, they expelled about 11 people.
I saw this phone light up. Did something come through? I don't know. What? Or you just dropped it?
Oh.
I saw it light up. Meanwhile, yeah, the phone we're talking about, you can reach us on that. If you check the comment section on YouTube and on Facebook, there's a mobile number that you can call us on WhatsApp only, or even send a WhatsApp message if you feel like.
So basically, we saw the PDP, that faction of the PDP, expel Nyesom Wike, Fayose, and a couple of other people. Now, the one that's very interesting also is
boss your brain.
That they actually printed certificate of expulsion. And then they said they were delivering it to these people's offices one by one.
The funny thing
I know you will call it petty, but I think it's just ridiculous.
The funny thing is that if I get that kind of thing, I'll put it in a nice frame and hang it on my wall too, because it will remind me of how someone that was playing with fire, because there is a fire station beside the place. Before fire brigade go off that fire, you go not die finish now. You take fire at the play. What I'm trying to say in essence is the PDP is dying, and rather than sit down
and find a solution to it,
you know what? They need to drop their egos and look at it. Your party is still very big, but you people just want to destroy it by yourselves. And maybe, are you being paid to do this?
Maybe? Peter Man says certificate of expulsion. Yeah,
there's actually a video online of them.
Oh yeah, showing it, and it was Wike Zone that they used to
as the example. Certificate of expulsion, like who actually?
I think it's just ridiculous. I think that again, I used to wonder, and I know that is not just a Nigerian thing.
The mighty had fallen.
And maybe that's not why. Maybe that's the reason why I can't do politics, because you wonder, like, is it that people do not consult your brain when you say do some of these things? But what do I know?
Certificate of expulsion.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, some people,
when you think
some people in
low,
that party,
you never just
some people in the PDP, they left the PDP, went to another party, came back, left again, came back. They were not expelled.
you have a low, and then you think, oh, you've seen it all.
Man.
No, PDP has been showing us that
they know how to dig for oil.
They know how to dig for oil.
They will go down.
Anyway, moving on from that, another very hilarious thing, because in my own books it's very hilarious, is that Mr. Dele Momodu, who used to also be a member of the PDP, Abi, why are you laughing already? You've not even let me talk. You're already laughing. I don't like it.
Is it your laugh?
That's being biased. You're already biased. Let me finish speaking. Thank you very much. Oh, so Peterman says the biggest party in Africa,
that time.
That
time.
You don't even.
I get them before, no be property now. I be out there, they talk am.
Anyway, you are just
which is no way.
You are not good people.
Yes.
You are just hitting people that are down. You just have a way
this is the news.
Anyway,
which is
Mr.
no way.
Dele Momodu has said that President Tinubu's withdrawal of announcement of withdrawal. Let me finish talking now. Why are you laughing?
Am I holding your mouth?
But you are laughing. You are distracting.
Is it your laughing?
You are distracting me. Thank you.
Face your screen.
Mr. Dele Momodu has said, please stop laughing. You are distracting me. Thank you. Has said that the reason why President Tinubu withdrew over 11,000 policemen from VIPs and moving them to security, to places where security is low in Nigeria, and being redeployed, is not about the security situation in Nigeria. No, it's not about securing the lives and property of Nigerians. No, it's only and mainly about making Atiku Abubakar vulnerable.
I can laugh.
I rest my case.
Now I can laugh officially.
Yes, you can.
Now, you see, the reason why I'm laughing, a wise man once said, why I no go laugh, that I know if you cry now. Fella said it now. It's very funny. And the reason why I am laughing is that I actually know and I've met Momodu one-on-one. So I go, what's going on now?
You wonder, like, are you for real?
Like, wait, sir.
Is this even... So, you know what? I saw someone actually write it. But I didn't believe it. I swear down, I did not believe it. I'm like, it's not possible. So I now went to his...
There are videos.
I even went to his... He has a whole write-up on his Twitter
very
handle.
long.
And I was like, are we... See, I don't know what happens, what obtains in other countries. Do you people have politicians that just amaze you? Because I think that Nigerian politicians, most Nigerian politicians just amaze you with their thinking. Like,
the funny thing is, Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, he wouldn't even say this.
Do you get?
No, he won't.
I thought that we were criticizing the government for not dealing with security as decisively as possible. We now said because of one person,
the job of the police,
the person that can afford,
they have now been reassigned for their main job. The real reason why they were employed in the first place, and you say it's because of one person. It's because of one person.
Person that can afford that. I think it's safe to say the man can afford.
Wait, because of one person, 11,535 policemen were withdrawn.
Yes.
Because of one person.
Peterman says it's official. Dele is in love with Atiku. Is it really about about some other things?
Honestly, it's funny that you would go
and I know that
and think like that, because you see the way they play opposition in Nigeria just keeps exposing how inept a lot of them are.
So you now wonder that this is the thinking of someone that wanted to be president. Because my point is, again I say, it's not good things about Atiku and all that. Just let it be relatable, let it make sense. Yeah, because to be honest, sir, this thing go make sense. Go make sense, sir. Go add up. Thanks very much.
How would 11,000 plus policemen be withdrawn because of one
said
person.
They want to make
now the thing about it.
Seriously,
the thing about it is that really and truly, were you all supposed to have police escorts in the first place?
Who comes up with these things for them? Like,
were you all supposed?
Even if they wrote it for you, you saw it and you felt, oh, this was great enough for me to put my name on it.
For a man of such means, you have the funds. You can even set up your own security company that is licensed to carry weapons and protect you and your friends and family in any other place, like wherever you find yourself. But to think that Nigeria is facing this clear and present danger, and the thing that every inspector general has tried in the last 20 years to do, and they have failed. It's a status symbol
to have police.
You have police orderly. You have.
There are a few people that I know, that have these people. I really would like to. I've not seen them in the past couple of weeks after the president.
There's someone that his house is not far for. I want to see him. It's Dolupo's friend.
What? I don't know who's talking about.
He's not my friend.
I don't know who's talking about.
Yeah. He has two self.
Oh wow, that's low. That is just low. That is low.
I have friends that have NSCDC, so they are okay. And today I saw one VIP whose wife was driving out with NSCDC red beret. I said, hey, you see?
We all learn by force. Anyway.
And some people are still casting aspersions on the NSCDC, saying, oh, they don't have the experience. What do you mean they don't have the experience?
Even if they don't have the experience, that's all you have.
You're not happy that you have that.
That's all you have. So you either deal with it
we kept on saying it. Create a special squad for this and let them pay for it. It's money. It's plenty money. That's IGR.
That's all you can deal with. You either take it or leave it, because even the police have said that everybody that they see with VIP people, even the policeman is in trouble. So
go about your security the right way.
Go. You will cackle. Anyway, moving on from that quickly before we go. Australia has said that social media ban that they did is to protect the young from purgatory.
Please, what does that mean?
Hell.
Yeah, like what does it mean?
I think that they are taking this
too
far.
The purgatory means. I'm just saying, what does that mean? Like,
I think that
really and
at
truly,
this point, we are doing too much.
Australia, you people should be calming down now. You have already done what you wanted to do.
You've done what you get. Like, it's okay. Move on. There's no need to be dancing around.
A wise man once said, you go explain tire. Why are you explaining?
Why are you explaining so much?
You don't want them to go to purgatory.
Lord. Anyway, Thailand has said to have lifted their ban on afternoon alcohol sales. So apparently, there used to be a strict ban on selling alcohol from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. in Thailand.
Yes. So the law is that you can drink or sell alcohol. You can sell alcohol till midnight on site at registered places like hotels and bars and all of that. But by 1 o'clock, you must shut down. You get? So then no more sales of alcohol until 11 a.m. the next day.
So Peterman the Great says social media addiction is real. Oh no, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying that I have a problem with the laws, but the fact that we are not attributing it to purgatory is just ridiculous. Yeah. I think that social media, even from other than social media, even gadgets in the first place for children, I think it's time to be winning them off those things. So I agree.
So the Thai ban was actually affecting tourism, and a lot of tourist people were complaining that there's a certain limit to the time that they could have access to alcohol and everything. So this lift is only for it's a test run, I think, for about 180 days or thereabouts.
Yeah.
And all of that. So that means Dolupo can now go to Thailand again.
Anyway, he has a conversation. He says, Shola, we both know what's in that cup of yours is not water.
Oh, truth be told,
so
it's water.
He also says, later, guys, I'm not getting notifications anymore. Okay, I don't know what that. But we're actually about to leave anyway. So,
that's why they don't catch the videos.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much. You literally have been with us from the beginning of the show to the end. Thank you so much for being with us. And thank you for everybody else that has been on the show that did not comment. We see you.
You didn't share the videos. You didn't share the link. You didn't leave a comment.
Anyway, have a beautiful day.
Subscribe.
We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Boomba. Have a beautiful day ahead.
Peace.